Hi everybody, welcome back. So we're going to talk about liver stones and gallstones. Chemically, liver stones and gallstones are the same thing and they're predominantly formed of bile or cholesterol. Liver stones just refer to stones found in your liver, and gallstones when they're located in your gallbladder. So when I first began flushing, I wondered how all these stones were coming out of my body, especially if stones were only in the gallbladder, which we know is very small. Lo and behold, stones are capable of forming all throughout your liver. And when you do look at your biliary system and you realize that bile flows through thousands of small bile ducts and hundreds of larger bile ducts, it makes sense. There are a lot of places for cholesterol stones to form when there is a lack of bile or when it becomes sludgy from low concentrations of bile salt. Bile sludge is mostly cholesterol crystals, mucus, and calcified bilirubin. Once the sludge gets super saturated, that's when most cholesterol stones form. So why does this happen? Diet, medication, alcohol, genetics, but in reality, we're living in an incredibly advanced time, which comes with pollutants that's difficult for our bodies to break down. At this point in time, we are coming into contact with 700,000 toxins every day. So when we flush on day 7, you will see stones come out in all different colors and sizes, from as large as a golf ball to as small as a grain of sand. For myself, the larger stones didn't come out until the 3rd flush. So gallstones in the gallbladder are also called pigment stones. These form when the substances in bile create hard crystal-like particles. They are made up of calcified bilirubin, cholesterol crystals, calcium salts, bile pigments, bile salts, toxins, bacteria, and sometimes dead parasites. They tend to be darker brown or black and generally make up only 20% of our stones. Scans are able to pick them up. And when the stones are medically problematic, doctors recommend removing your gallbladder. Cholesterol stones or liver stones make up 80% of your stones and are not detectable by scans. They form as bile flow is reduced or becomes sludgy, blocking passage throughout your biliary system, creating congestion, and also in an attempt to help encapsulate viruses, bacteria, and crap. They are yellow-green and the majority of what you will see when you flush. They are effectively cholesterol and body waste that needs to be safely removed so that your liver can function properly. A liver flush is the single most valuable thing you can do for preventative health, as prevention is the best medicine. Or if you're in the weeds, by slowly and steadily reversing the damage that years of congestion has caused in your liver. Once you realize how important bile is and how prevalent liver stones are throughout your liver, I believe it's safe to say that something like removing your gallbladder is a short-term solution to health and ultimately only creating a platform for your liver to more quickly spiral towards congestion, which can result in something like fatty liver or many other issues, as more and more liver stones are created from a continued decrease of bile, So, how do we know if we have gallstones? Medically, it's said that symptoms are not always present, and most people with gallstones don't have any symptoms. But what is a symptom really? Our allergies, osteoporosis, high cholesterol, acne, mood swings, belly fat, aren't these all symptoms of the liver not functioning properly? We've been treating them all as illnesses, but they're truly a result of a congested liver and gut. Our bodies are either in harmony or trying to be in harmony. Our bodies are continuously working to keep us alive, functioning at whatever cost, and sometimes that ends up putting us in disharmony. Gallstones greatly undermine the liver's ability to detoxify, which upsets the delicate balance known as homeostasis, or harmony. Now, I'm going to go on a small little spiral, but one thing a disruption of homeostasis leads to is an increased concentration of estrogen and aldosterone in the blood. Most oncologists consider elevated estrogen levels to be the leading cause of breast cancer among women. In men, high levels of this hormone can lead to both excessive breast tissue and weight gain. Restoring homeostasis or harmony is what a liver flush aims to do so the body can more easily heal itself. For example, did you know that most bone density problems arise from insufficient bile secretion and poor digestion of fats rather than from consuming enough calcium? Without sufficient bile, the fat we consume remains undigested. For your small intestines to digest and absorb fat and calcium, which we need, bile has to do its work, and if it's not in tip-top shape, calcium is not absorbed, leaving your body to take extra calcium from the bones, resulting in the start of something like osteoporosis. Outside from breaking down fat in our food, bile also removes toxins from the liver, and its acidity cleanses the intestines. Did you know that bacterial infection, thrush, and viral infection, herpes in the mouth only occurs when the intestines have accumulated a considerable amount of undigested waste matter? Now, this is a big spiral, but stay with me. Approximately 50 billion cells in our body die each day, but 330 billion are born. If our liver isn't consuming the protein from dead cells and unused proteins are not sufficiently broken down, protein concentrations in the blood are raised. As a result, the body tries to store these proteins in the basal membranes of the blood vessel walls. Once the body's storage capacity for protein is exhausted, any new proteins taken up by the blood remains trapped in the bloodstream. So what happens? This can cause the number of red blood cells to increase, which raises hematocrit to abnormal levels. At the same time, the concentration of hemoglobin, which is what helps transport oxygen, begins to increase, which is when someone's complexion is very red, mostly in the face and chest. As a result, the red blood cells become enlarged and are therefore too big to pass through the tiny little vessels of the capillary network. Evidently, this causes the blood to become too thick and slow-moving, thereby increasing its tendency towards clotting. The formation of blood clots is considered to be the main risk factor for heart attack or stroke. Intense, right? Lack of baseline liver health over time can result in something like a heart attack. I mean, just flush out the stones. But seriously, a liver flush is one of the best precautionary methods you could take to protect yourself against nearly every kind of illness. If you suffer from any of the symptoms listed below, you may have numerous gallstones in your liver and gallbladder and just never knew that this simple little flush will help. So that is a wrap on gallstones. Hopefully this was informative, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.